What's going on, guys? We finally have our first official look at player ratings for NHL 20 as EA released the top 50. I know they actually released these first 10 yesterday, but was actually celebrating my birthday, so I didn't really have time to make it. Hopefully you guys checked out that jersey video though. So starting off here, guys, at number 50, I'm very excited. We have Larkin finally getting the respect he deserves. By far the best player on the Red Wings. He really carried us so many games this year. Every game I watched, Larkin was clearly the best player on the Red Wings, and without him, we would have definitely been probably dead last in the league around the Ottawa Senators. So 88 overall there, which means everyone else in the top 50 will also be minimum 88, and there could even be a few more 88s that didn't quite crack the top 50 for whatever reason. Also, too, you actually click the arrow there, you can see all his individual stats, so then listed as a playmaker there. And one really big change I noticed I had to point out to you guys is that face-off ratings are much higher this year. As you can see, Larkin has 88. Last year, I think they would have made him like top 5 face-off ratings, so I doubt he's top 5. That just kind of shows you the face-off ratings are higher. Now, he is good in the face-off circle. 88 though is quite high, and like I said, clearly they're going to be higher this year, and so I think that's awesome. Speed too, they didn't do him too bad. 93 speed, 95 XL, and then 90 agility. I feel like he could have 95 speed, 95 XL if McDavid's got, 97, 97. He could even be faster than McDavid. We definitely still need to see that race happen at the All-Star game. The rest of his stats there, he's got 90 DK and some sick hands. His shot there is pretty good as well. Offensive awareness, 91. They have his defensive stats solid as well, because, he's a good two-way player. 88 defensive awareness, 84 shot block, 89 stick check. I think he was actually on like the best two-way player team that Sportsnet or NHL.com somebody made. So like I said before, finally Larkin gets some respect, and hopefully too they've actually increased his potential from medium top 6 to medium elite. I feel like all the guys in the top 50 should have minimum elite potential, as they're like the top 10% of players in the league. Actually better than that, because there's 620 players, they're the top 50, so I feel like all these guys need to have at least elite potential. After that, we actually have Frederik Andersen there at number 49, also 88 overall. I feel like that's a pretty good rating for Andersen. Honestly, he could even be an 89. I'm a big fan of Frederik Andersen. So looking at his stats, I feel like that's probably the most important thing for goalies. So his glove and stick are both pretty good. I heard that reflexes are the most important thing. So looking at all his reflexes there, they're quite good. Puck control, that real stuff doesn't really matter. Athleticism, pretty good speed there, vision. So not really too much to say about the goalie stats. Andersen 88, again, I think is pretty fair. After that, we have PK Subban here at number 48. So the previous cover boy rocking the New Jersey Devils jersey. I think 88 is pretty fair for Subban. I think he was 89 last year, so being down 1, isn't too bad of a drop. Looking at his stats here, still got that booming slap shot, 91 power, 92 slap shot power, 91 wrist shot power. Defensive stats there, 91 D awareness, 87 shot block, 89 stick check. Good skating as well. I'm sure you guys have all seen the workout videos this summer. Clearly he's a good skater. Hands there also pretty solid, 91 passing, 91 puck control, two-way defender. I'm sure Subban also has elite potential, so I think, again, fair rating for Subban. So far, so good. Looking at all these ratings. Number 47, we have Subban and Aho, 88 overall. Obviously, kind of like Larkin, carried the Hurricanes. He did have a bit more help, though. Teravainen, solid D-core. I'm hoping, too, he's got elite potential now. I think the last 2 years he's had high top 6. Medium elite just makes so much more sense for him. He's already an elite player, so I don't know why. You give him top 6. So speed, pretty quick, 89, speed, excel, agility. Also pretty good two-way player, so he's actually listed as a two-way forward. I'm not sure if I'd have him listed as a two-way forward, probably a playmaker, but like Larkin, good defensive stats, 88 D awareness, 87 shot block, 89 stick check. Not the best face-offs at 75, but I feel like that is fair, as he actually started out in the NHL as a winger, and he kind of moved to center just because Carolina needed a first-line center. They're like, we have Subban and Aho, we'll throw him in there. His shot there, very good, quite accurate, 91, even the power, 88, sick hands as well. Physical stats aren't the greatest, but still not too bad. 92 offensive awareness there. 90 poise is actually huge. What was Larkin and Subban's poise? 85 for Subban. It's kind of low. And 85 for Larkin. Pretty fair. But 90 for Aho is really high. Usually the higher poise players play better in the playoffs. So that is a good thing to note. Next up at number 46, Jonathan Huberdeau. So he finally gets a well-deserved upgrade like Larkin. He had, I think, 92 points this year. Definitely like the quietest 92 points you'll ever see. No one talks about him. Top 50 player makes sense. 88 overall. Again, he's got to have that medium elite too. So let's see. Playmaker there. Speed's pretty good. Defensive stats. Shot block's not too great, but he means a winger. Not a big deal. 91 passing and puck control. Solid shot. Looks like it's 88 everything. I think Aho, looking at his stats, are a bit better than Huberdeau, so I'm not quite sure how they rank, the tiebreakers. But again, Huberdeau was well-deserved of an upgrade. Finally got one. And honestly, looks like he just kind of complete winger. He's got solid shooting, solid hands, solid speed, decent defensive stats. Really just no holes in his game. Even 70 faceoffs that you have to enfranchise or even hot, you could move him to the center position if you really wanted to. Next up here, guys, number 45, we have Morgan Rielly. Obviously had a career year last year. That Maple Leafs power play was so deadly, especially like the first month of the season. You just couldn't stop it. Now, one thing I noticed, I forgot to comment on it for the last 5 players. Morgan Rielly's in-game, face here doesn't really look like Rielly. I think like his face is too square, where in real life it's more round. Also, he's got like a dark beard there, which I don't think Rielly really has. At least it's not that full. I just don't really think that looks like Rielly compared to the rest of the players. Like, that looks just like Huberdeau, looks just like Aho, just like Subban. You can't see Anderson, I'm sure it does. Larkin, actually, they did an awesome job on. I forget what he looked like in NHL 19, but that looks just like Larkin. That's probably the best of all of them. So I'm kind of surprised here. Rielly's face, not quite as good. You can see Eichel a bit there, too. I spoiled it, but Eichel's also looks just like him. I think that's probably the worst game face. You can see there, yeah. That's not quite Morgan Rielly. But anyways, two-way defender. 90 speed there. He's obviously very good puck-moving defenseman. He's quick. His passing, puck control, both 91. 90 D awareness, 87 shot block, 89 stick check. Solid shot there. Most defensemen a lot more powerful than accurate, but yeah, very good puck-moving D-man. Even like 90 deking for defensemen is very, very good. 90 poise as well, so can't complain. Rielly was awesome last year, deserved the upgrade, and I think, it makes sense for him to be 88 overall. And like I said, already spoiled it. Jack Eichel there, 88. Some people probably think he should be even higher than that, like an 89. I think 88's probably fair for Eichel, though. Hasn't really proved to me yet he's, in that 89 spot. So, playmaker, he probably still has high elite potential as well, so he'll grow like tons in franchise mode. 90 speed and excel, 91 agility. Very good hands there. He's got 92 deking and hand-eye, 90 passing puck control. Defensive stats there pretty solid. He's got 81 face-offs, which isn't too bad. Is a bit on the lower end, though, for centerman. So, shot there, 90 for slap shot, accuracy and power. 91 wrist shot accuracy with the 88 power. So, a very good shot. Physical, pretty good stats too. 85 body check, 85 strength. Again, Eichel, very good player. I feel like we're going to be talking about differences in like 1 overall here in the top 50 for most of these guys. So it's tough to break down. But so far, they all look pretty good. I feel like in the past, it's usually potential that EA messes up and not so much the ratings. So it does kind of suck you can't see the potentials. Hopefully, though, they get those right this year. So after that, we have Phil Kessel at number 43. Also 88 overall. They get a point per game last year. I'm sure we'll see like his physical stats. Yeah, they're all pretty low. 80 aggressiveness, you can make that even lower, like a 70. Phil he scores goals. His puck skills, though, are insane. Wow. 93 everything, 94 hand-eye. Defensive stats aren't the greatest, but they're still pretty decent, probably better than they should be. Good skater, though, nice 2 speed, excel agility. His shot there is insane, obviously. Wicked wrist shot. I feel like, his defensive stats and physical stats, honestly, still might be a bit too high. So maybe Kessel should be more of like an 87, kind of like a lower-end Patty Kane, but 88 overall, 1 too high. You really can't complain too much about it. Also, too, Phil Kessel's head there. That looks pretty good. Like, the only one so far that looked just nothing like him, I think, Morgan Rielly. I don't know. It's not Morgan Rielly. So, after that, number 42 here, we have Jonathan Toews, 88 overall. I'm curious, what are face-offs going to be? I feel like they should be 90 plus, maybe 95. And he's got 93. Okay, so right around the ballpark. 93 D awareness, 87 shot block, 93 stick check. Obviously, still one of the best two-way centers in the game. Probably number 2 behind Bergeron, maybe 3 behind Ryan O'Reilly. So puck skills there, a bit lower, which makes sense. Wrist shot, high 80s, poise 95. Obviously, Captain Toews won the cup 3 times. He's used to it all. Speed there is pretty good, but not obviously 90 plus. All 88s there. Physical stats, 87 strength, 85 aggressiveness, body check. So yeah, very good, well-rounded, all-around player. And finally here, number 41, we have Brayden Point, 89 overall. Well-deserved upgrade. Like, I think last year he started out as an 87 or something. I honestly forget. But he did end as an 88. And I think 89 is well-deserved. Like, he was an absolute force on Tampa Bay. A big reason why their team was so good, along with Stamkos and Kucherov. The big thing, though, for him, like Larkin, like Aho, all throughout last year, they had medium top 6 potential on Point. And it's like, he's already proved he's an elite player. So how can he have top 6 potential? Doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think his in-game face was this good last year. But unless a player's on your team when you're winning the Stanley Cup, you're never really going to notice it. So, Brayden Point stats here. 90 speed, 92 excel, 92 agility. Honestly, I think he's even faster than that. I feel like he should have 92 speed and then maybe 94 excel, 94 agility. Like, Brayden Point is sneaky fast, one of the faster players in the game. That's why he's so good on the penalty kill, scores all those short-handed goals. 90 deking, his hands are really good. He's got 90 poise as well, which is quite high. I'm not sure why he's so much higher than, say, Larkin's. 92 offensive awareness, 89 defensive awareness, 82 faceoffs, 82 shot block, and 89 stick checks. So again, good defensive stats. Like Aho, like Larkin, very good, fast, 2-way forward centers. His shot there is very solid, 90 accuracy, 89 power. Aggressiveness only 75. I feel like that can be higher. Like, again, he's on the penalty kill, so he's usually able to, like, be aggressive at the blue line when the D are pinching and get on a breakaway. I'm not sure about that one. The body checking being lower is fine. 83 strength. He's not the biggest guy. So I feel like Point should be a bit faster and have a bit more aggressiveness there. And faceoffs 82. I'm not too familiar with Point's faceoff rating, so I'm not going to judge. I assume that's around where it should be, though. So overall, I think Brayden Point 89 overall makes sense. Look at the first 10 players here, guys. I feel like EA did a pretty good job. And again, I think the player face, a lot of them are a lot better this year. Morgan Rielly's, that's the only one I'm not so sure about. But overall, I like them so far. And actually, guys, in like 2 or 3 hours, I'm going to have the next batch of ratings out because they came out today, so stay tuned for that. Also, guys, I almost forgot, but EA has actually released some other player ratings on social media, so I want to give you guys my thoughts on those. Just have Instagram open right now. Right there you can see Jack Hughes, 82 overall. So initially, I thought that was good. I had him as an 81 all year with high elite, so then having him one higher is not too bad as he is the first overall pick, but I then saw they have Capo Caco rated as an 81, one overall below Hughes, and I feel like although Hughes has the higher potential, the bigger ceiling, Caco is more NHL ready, so I really feel like those ratings should be switched. Caco in 82 and Hughes in 81, which is actually what I had all year in NHL 19, but it's whatever. So after that, they've actually released a bunch more too. Rasmus Dahlin, 85 overall. He's finally getting a well-deserved upgrade. I really hope, though, he's got franchise potential now opposed to just medium elite. At least high elite, right? Like, he's easily on the same level as prospect as Matthews, as Peterson, as all the other guys with high elite potential. It makes no sense for him to have medium elite. Best defensive prospects since Bobby Orr, Nick Lidstrom, like Erik Karlsson. The guy's got to have at least high elite, if not franchise. After that, you have Mats Zuccarello there, 84. I feel like that's pretty solid for Mats Zuccarello, top 6 winger. Evgeny Malkin, 90 overall, so he'll be in these top 50 player ratings later on. We'll actually see his individual stats, but 90 overall for Malkin makes sense. I think he's honestly one of the better players in the game. He's got to be a 90. After that, Mika Zibanejad, 85. So I think that's pretty fair for Zibanejad, although I think it's a little bit underrated. He should probably be at least an 86. He's the Rangers' #1 center, and I think he is a guy that gets overlooked a lot. So close, but not quite on Zibanejad. And then finally, Gabe Landeskog, 87 overall. I think that's pretty fair for Landeskog. Obviously, he does benefit a lot playing with McKinnon, playing with Rantanen. So 87, I think, is still pretty fair for him. He's got a good physical aspect to his game, which I think probably boosts his rating up a bit as being a power forward. But curious to see both McKinnon and Rantanen's ratings later on. So that is it, guys, for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a thumbs up. As always, let me hear from you guys in the comments section. Do you agree with these ratings or not? Give me your thoughts. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.